got the boxing source here, and thankful to have a great contender here in the welterweight division. Has his big fight coming up September 30th against Yordenis Ugas, coming from San Antonio, Texas. Mr. Mario Barrios, what's going on?
Not much, man. Just out here in Vegas getting ready.
Cool. So you've kind of like moved your camp over from San Antonio to Las Vegas here for these next few weeks for this big bout is for the interim WBC welterweight title. So how are you feeling going into this bout? Of this caliber.
I'm feeling good. These big fights, these big opportunities, they always motivate me, and I couldn't be more excited to be on this undercard.
Yeah, for sure. Now, with your Dennis Ugas there, of course, being a former world champion himself, this is a high stakes bout here in the welterweight division. Kind of like to see who's around there in that top five or so in the welterweight division. So, what do you see is like basically on the line, not just with that interim WBC title, but just having the standing there as one of those top guys at 147 pounds.
I think everything. Like how you say, this is a big opportunity. We're fighting for the WBC interim, so a win here puts us at the top. To fight for one of the belts. If Crawford does vacate, so I mean, like I said, it's a big opportunity. I know it's not an easy task at hand, but I've been out here in Vegas getting ready now for a few months, and I was very excited to get the call for this fight.
Yeah, for sure. Now with your Dennis Ugas, he kind of gave his props to you, so to speak. Saying that you're a strong fighter, a tough fighter, and that that he's motivated to face you. What is it to like kind of like have that respect or high regard, coming from your Dennis Ugas in this upcoming fight September 30th?
Um, it's cool, but at the same time, I don't can't pay too much attention to what my opponent is saying. At the end of the day, I mean, we're gonna be in there squaring off with each other. But him saying that though, it does let me know that um, that he does know that I am a dangerous fighter, and it's gonna mean he comes into the fight as ready as ever.
Yeah, for sure. Now I know that you said that you are there, in camp over in Vegas. You're there training with Bob Santos, of course, a well-regarded trainer. I know that they have like multiple places out there in Vegas, of course, to definitely get some work in. But how is it to like have someone like Bob Santos in your corner, particularly going off your last couple of fights there in the welterweight division?
Uh, it's it's been great, being out here. I've been getting some top-notch work for a few months now, and I really believe that these next few years for myself are going to be the biggest. Which is why I wanted to be out here in Vegas. I'm 28. I feel like I'm just hitting my prime. So just making the move, just back with Bob Santos, because Bob has always been part of my team since I turned pro. Um, but it was me and Virgil Hunter, parting ways. Which I mean, I'm super thankful for for all the years that me and Virgil spent together and everything we accomplished. But yeah, for this next few years, I feel like I'm gonna be able to get the most out of the training and boxing, here in Vegas.
Yeah, for sure. Now, I know that you said like what is it that you've been learning with each fight that you've had, and you took a lot, from your defeats, and you're still, as hungry as ever. And you kind of like show, where you're at here at the welterweight division with your last fight, when you had your win there in your hometown. How was it to like kind of, bounce back and get in that win column, but also have yet another victory in your hometown as you've had multiple victories there in San Antonio?
It's a good feeling, man. I after the two defeats, a lot of people, especially in the boxing community, they kind of ripped me off. They kind of, already saying, like, oh, I was done and everything. But I mean, I'm only 28 years old. I still have, you know, a lot to prove, a lot to accomplish in this sport. Um, and like I said, I mean, I've been out here in Vegas for a few months now, just training and getting ready. And then now I have this opportunity, you know, that just it fell in my lap. So I'm looking forward, you know, to just, you know, taking this opportunity, you know, to my, you know, my full advantage. And then, and then I'll, you know, just continuing on having, you know, more, you know, great fights, you know, with, you know, the top welterweights and, you know, eventually, you know, becoming champion here.
Yeah, and going off that, you did make a statement saying that you definitely want to make a mark here in the welterweight division, and given with this fight here against Yordenis Ugas for that interim WBC welterweight title, is you go ahead, you get the win there, and I know that you mentioned that possibly what could happen as far as like with the other world titles out there with Terence Crawford being the undisputed champion. That he could either potentially give up those belts to move up, or potentially could stay there at 147. So you say you're welcome to that challenge there against Terence Crawford, but whether it's against Terence Crawford or maybe against a Jaron Ennis or anyone else out there like Eimantas Stanionis, what are you thinking there? Like you said, as far as like building those next few years of your professional career.
Uh, you know, first comes first, and I gotta handle business on September 30th. But whatever it takes, to get close, to a world title shot. Like I said, whether Crawford stays, whether he vacates, and just in general, man, I want to continue on, just fighting the best, just learning and growing. Like I said, with every fight, there's a lot of talented fighters, in the welterweight division, and I'm looking forward, to trying to mix it up with all of them.
Gotcha. Now, a couple more questions here about your fight coming up on September 30th. There, with the Yordenis Ugas. Ugas is, known to have like a certain style, and I know that y'all talk about having a all-action fight in this particular bout, but with Ugas, he does use his length and his reach a lot with a number of his previous opponents, and giving him trouble with his length and also with his defense. Have you say looked at some of his past fights and seen a couple of his mannerisms as you're working towards this fight here on September 30th?
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, Ugas, he's a great fighter. He doesn't have an easy style to fight. But we've studied enough of him, I think, and it's just my job, to go in there fight night and execute everything that we're working on in the boxing gym.
Yeah, and with this being on Showtime pay-per-view, of course, being part of that Canelo Charlo undercard, I know that a lot of people will be interested in this card, and definitely a lot of eyes will be on this particular bout. What is it that you want to kind of like make, or a statement that you want to make there in this bout against Yordenis Ugas for folks that will be watching on pay-per-view to say, hey, y'all watch out for Mario Barrios there at 147, because he's going to be a real threat there to all of the top guys at 147.
I want to go in there and of course to win, but I want to win in extraordinary fashion. I want to, even potentially, still the show, come fight night. And, I mean, from start to finish, the card is action packed. There's 4 fights, on that main card, and they're all have the potential to to be bangers. But I'm looking forward, to going out there, and still, on trying to steal the show.
Yeah, for sure. So, like you said, you want an all-action fight and be able to steal the show and have a statement victory there against Yordenis Ugas to win the WBC or interim WBC welterweight title. So we're looking forward to see you there in action on September 30th. Mario Barrios, Azteca against Yordenis Ugas, September 30th, part of the Canelo versus Charlo undercard on Showtime pay-per-view. Thanks for taking the time to speak with the Boxing Source here, and we'll see you there on September 30th.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you for your time.